Welcome to ASG Radio. I'm your host June. Shout out to Dope Ideas Media, Hank Nation. Subscribe to ASG Radio on YouTube. Subscribe to Hank Nation on YouTube. What up, Foster?
What's going on, man? Exciting day. Debut single just dropped on YouTube. All platforms, so you can get it wherever you want it, man. YouTube for the video. They got a YouTube thing for the audio as well. And then, Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, Snapchat, all that shit, man. It's everywhere. Instagram, it's everywhere.
Go. Talk
so,
that.
Yeah, don't marginalize me as a blogger. I'm an entertainer. I'm a battle rap personality. I do all that shit, man.
What else? Got me feeling like clever. I mean, what else?
But enough about me. Battle rap, man. Crazy weekend in battle rap, though.
No, not just yet, man.
Not just yet. Come on. What you need to know, man? What you need to know?
Video's out now.
Video is out now. Y'all can go, subscribe to the channel. I changed it to be the number 4 OSTER child.
Okay.
It's not pronounced as 4. It's still the F. It's still the F sound.
Who did the video? I know who did the video, and not seen the scene clean, but
right.
Who did the video?
Be the Shooter is the mastermind behind this piece of art. Fuck with him if you need some visuals, because he definitely did his thing. Mm-hmm. Excellent business.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he got real busy on that. But yeah, shout out to Trigger Tie came through. Hank Nation, check out the behind the scenes. That's been out for a week.
Right.
KC, of course, because KC is the one that really walked me through the process and made sure everything went the way it was supposed to go. He's featured on the song.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
KC was rapping on that motherfucker.
Definitely. He did the hook, and he did a verse on that bitch.
KC was saying some shit.
Open your ears up for that one.
You have to play it back, and you have to if you're gonna miss something. If you're in the lyrics and bars, you have to bring it back because you're gonna miss something the first time. But he's rapping.
And this is it's an upbeat song, crazy beat. If you fuck with the Detroit beats, party type beats, it's right in alignment with that. But you definitely gonna get some money to it. You definitely gonna stand up on the couch in the club to it, throw a little money to it,
Yeah.
But just listen to that bitch, because we a lot of names was dropped in there. I was showing some love to the city of Flint, to the city of New York, all that shit.
So let me ask you this now, going into the creative part of the song,
right?
Were you nervous knowing you had somebody with a pen like KC's when you're actually in the booth or at the studio or writing? Did you feel any kind of pressure?
Of course. Well, okay. The song, as far as the verse to the song, I had that written previous to him even knowing that a song was coming.
Okay.
So for the most part, I ain't really tweak it too much. I added a few lines when I got to the studio just to fill it out. But of course, when I reached out to Casey and said, "Hey, let's collaborate on a song," I already knew where Casey was at with it lyrically. So I already knew that he was going whatever he did to the song was going to take it to the next level. So,
right. Smart move, man, because you don't want to have to follow nothing up like that. Damn.
Oh no, yeah, I would have scrapped the whole. I probably would have scrapped the whole thing and started over.
Shout out to Casey James, man. That was a dope song, man. I fucks with the song, man.
Oh yeah, that's my first video. That's his first video. And just be on the lookout, because now that we got that out, the way, KC is definitely gonna take off with his shit. He's got a whole project. He has a whole project out, and he's working on another one. So it's definitely gonna be, it's definitely gonna be more material coming from KC.
Right. Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope. So this weekend we had NOME, man.
Yes, sir.
When the card came out, I was like, I'm gonna keep it a buck here. When the card came out, I was like, "It's a fire ass card." You know, I was one of the ones that was saying, "Man, this shit is dope." I didn't feel that way watching the battles though. It was a couple. It was a couple good ones, but it was a few of them. I was like, yeah, you know, the obvious ones that disappointed. You know, the Danny Myers. I think he ran out of gas.
Yeah, I had a bad feeling that might happen just because I've seen him overwork himself to that point. Because I know he had a stumble against Jerry West. That was, I don't know what event that was. That was before the volume against Ill Will.
Right.
But, he choked. I know he had a choke for his franchise because he had Diz the next day. So, you know, he's the bar guy, but he's human.
Yeah, he's human.
He had an amazing performance last week against Suge, but you know, he had to double back real fast. And he takes a lot of 3-round battles. He don't just take 1 round off of URL. He takes a lot of 3 rounds. Like the J2 battle on Bloody Scene, that was 3 rounds. I think the actress was 1 round on MVB. Yeah. I think that was 1 round. But he takes a lot of 3 rounds off of URL. So at some point, it
catches up with you.
Yeah, of course. He's only a human being, and he's got so many other things that I'm sure he does during the week. I mean, this dude is a father. This dude does whatever he does. So, yeah, that was tough to watch because it didn't, you know, for certain it didn't bother anybody more than Danny himself.
Oh, he's fucked up about it.
You
already know.
Like, and I hate the fact that people are beating him down about it because the amount of work he put in previous to this moment is insane.
Yeah.
And you know, we've seen guys that messed up timeless times again, and people look past it like, well, you know, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. And Danny always brings 100%. So
always.
Yeah, I won't be the one. I won't be the one beating him up about that situation. I know he's gonna beat himself up about it. But with that said, he's got Jada Nightwing on Survivor Series coming up. So hey.
He's got Reed this weekend.
He was trying to make it act like that might not happen. Like I know in the interview he was like, you know, we'll see. Was kind of the impression that I got from him. But
I know that he's gonna be there.
You gonna get it? That's 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks. That's the end of I think that's the 28th or not the 28th. I think it's the last week in
it's 26th.
Is it 20th? Okay, so just under 2 weeks, 12 days or whatever.
He'll be there.
All right. Yeah.
He'll be there, and he won't choke or stumble. He'll have all 3 rounds.
I think so too.
I think it's
I think it's the one. They were definitely saying that it might be 1 round. So for his sake, I hope it's probably.
Now that we talk, let's just start off with that battle then, because I don't want to just talk about how bad Danny did. I want to talk about how good Real Sick was. Let's start to say Iron Sheik. Lord,
no, I was like, I knew where he was going with it. Iron Sheik.
Damn, that's fucked up.
The wrestler, yeah.
That's fucked up.
No, he was amazing. And you about to you almost fucked me up with that. Real Sick. That dude's flow is crazy.
Crazy punches too.
Like it's B Magic on steroids. Like I don't think because B Magic used to do the slow flow. Real Sick speed his up a little bit.
But people are saying now, you know, this rapidy rap and this rhythm rap, but he punches. He gonna hit you with something. It might be to a rhythm, but he gonna hit you with something.
And he angles with it. He really attacks his opponent. Like that third round was
painful.
That was a nail in the fuck. Danny, like, nah, I'm not even. How do you rap after that, dog? Like,
you don't. I mean, you do, but I felt bad.
Knowing that it's not clean, I wouldn't. That was crazy. I still can't believe that he quit though. That was just hard to say the very least. But
yeah, I felt bad for Danny, man. It was it was weird, you know.
And it wasn't a familiar. He wasn't. You could tell it wasn't a familiar feeling. I feel like when guys are more prone to choking, it almost feels more comfortable. But when you're that unarmed, it's a vulnerable and weird feeling. So
right, it was bad, man.
Yeah, it was nasty. But Sick did amazing. You know, I hope they, you know, continue to push him up the ladder. I can see him battling. You know,
he's gonna be battling JC soon.
I know. You got it.
That's what they do, man. They put the up and comers against JC, and they get hyped up for it, and they do amazing. Even though he holds his own, like
he definitely gets the best version of them.
Yeah. But let's see. That's the first. Let's talk about the first battle. Let's go back. I think the first battle was Lou versus Mike P.
Yeah.
What you think about that battle?
That battle was okay.
Yeah.
I fuck with Lou. His cadence is crazy. I don't think he had a lot of memorable lines per se. But he definitely did his thing. I think that his best round was his third, maybe.
It was the third.
Was his third? Yeah.
It was his third.
He didn't really attack the rider, you know, girl angle, which was cool.
Probably didn't want to. He probably thought it was been there, done that. Some people that already touched on it. So
Real Sick kind of attacked it pretty good. But
Sick went off. It's another battle. Real Sick went crazy.
Hell yeah. There's not too many where he didn't, but yeah. Mike P. I feel like it's a battle that people didn't even bother to really break down or talk about.
Right.
But I think Mike, I don't know. Did you? I feel like Mike P definitely, his rounds was definitely shorter to me, which kind of makes it harder to judge. And I feel like this was a battle where Mike P was kind of like, well, I'll take this check to get on NOME, but I'm sick of these bigger names running from me.
Right.
Because he definitely called out Rock after the battle. So
who might be?
Yeah, on Twitter, he was like, you know, enough of this running and shit. We were booked because I think at some point him and Mike P, Rock and Mike P were booked.
Right. But it was right before COVID because they did a COVID battle.
Exactly. So he was like, "Fuck it, let's run this shit back. This is one of the battles that I've been looking for. So let's get it done." But yeah, that battle was all right. It was a cool way to start the event, I guess. But I might give it a watch post, you know, when it drops on the app.
Definitely gonna watch it again now.
It's worth running back one time, but yeah,
it's always good to see the comments on it too and see what everybody else thought too. And you might miss something.
I watch it on my TV. I don't even watch it on the phone with the comments and shit. I watch it on the TV. That's how I watched it live too. You know, they tell you turn your phone sideways.
I don't watch it with the comments on live.
Okay, but you're watching on the app.
Because I might miss something. No.
That's true because people are very observant.
Right. Yeah, so when it's live and going down, I don't pay attention to the comments. I don't want to be swayed one way or the other. So I want my own thought on it. So
who'd you have in that battle?
I had Mike P winning.
Okay, you had Mike P. Okay.
I had Mike P winning. I wasn't, but like I said, there was not enough. Excuse me, enough memorable moments for either one.
Right.
I think Mike P had. I can't remember. Like I said, I don't even remember which rounds it was, but it was.
His first was pretty clear.
Yeah.
He just kind of showed his veteran prowess.
To be honest, I kind of dozed off.
I think you told me that.
And I woke up and Smack was introducing Av versus Jada Nightwing. Segue brought to you by ASG Radio.
Right. That's right.
So it was Av versus Jada Nightwing.
Yeah.
I had Av clearly winning this battle.
Yes.
I'm not mad at Jay though. When Jay got crazy energy, man.
Yeah, and I feel like at one time, not to cut you off, I feel like at one time he was super laid back, and they were like, he ain't got no performance, no energy. But I think he's developed a comfort level towards that.
Yeah, he turned up. He definitely turned up. He dope. I mean, but it was Av. Av was on his shit. Av was on his shit. And I think I call it a gentleman's 30 because he didn't, it wasn't a body, but he won every round, in my opinion. But it's Av though. That's Av do a lot of niggas like that.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, shit, the way he did Arsenal.
Yeah, he did Arsenal bad. But Jay, that he's a pack. I like that shit.
You like that? Oh, that's because you were Chicago. Because you were Chicago.
I love Chicago shit, man. He's a pack.
It's better when you killing your opponent, though.
Yeah, you can't just say that because
you can't just be running around talking about he's a pack when you getting smoked. Ab was like, you don't even smoke. Be yourself.
Yeah. And you had that battle the same way?
Yeah. I feel like Jay came out the gate a little too energetic, and I think that adrenaline rush kind of fucked him up a little bit, to be honest. Because Ab came in there and just did what Ab do. He stayed within what he's comfortable with, and he got busy. Av is one of my favorites. So
yeah.
But yeah, Jay didn't disappoint to the point where I was like, oh no, sit him down. I'm tired of seeing him.
No, he didn't do that.
Watch that Coogee versus Jada Nightwing. He was wilding versus Coogee. That was a nice back and forth. That was on some what's it called? That was a online. It was live, but it was an online battle. So yeah, check that out as well. Because this man, I told Coogee, I was like, he might have got a little crazier for you than he got for Av. I don't know. He was with it.
I gotta watch that one. That's one I've missed.
Okay, yeah, that one. Yeah, they don't have one individual link to it. I think you kind of got to move forward to that part of the battle, which is the only unfortunate way that they roll out the battle. But yeah, when you get a chance, check that one out. What we got next?
See, after that, I think it was when Danny real sick after that.
Okay, we kind of touched.
We ain't gonna talk about that no more.
Yeah, we done with that.
B Dot versus DNA.
Yo, okay. I'm not gonna lie. The battle did kind of drag.
It did. That was my only issue with it.
But I think it's because they don't really rap similar. But I feel like when you put two guys that their sole purpose is to rap, I feel like it's too much. Whereas when you have more, that's where the style clash and the contrast makes battles better because you get something different. Some people probably feel like they saw 6 of the same round consecutive.
Right.
But they were spitting though.
Yeah, they was, both of them were going.
Yeah.
I watched it the second time on the playback. I guess I was just frustrated, but they were both saying some shit. I had DNA not clearly. I had DNA edging every round.
Every round?
I think if I was to give B Dot a round, I would have said maybe the second.
The second one, because I think the third, I think he had a nice little angle as far as I didn't really like all the Charlie Clips angles because that's like probably one of the most ancient angles as far as URL is concerned. Is that he lives like not that he said he lives on the couch, but that's how far back it dates, back to when DNA allegedly didn't have his own crib and was staying on his couch or whatever.
I mean, he's damn near married with children and
right.
That's
right. And you really don't even see DNA with clips like that anymore.
Right.
But you know, I did like his angle how they basically said that he was, you know, how Biden was kind of, you know, convinced them to be a part of the whatever, the political shit. So I feel like that was a good angle. But I think that DNA also had a pretty strong angle of his own as far as B-Dot's upbringing with his dad being, you know, in the music industry and how he became blood, whatever. So decent battle. I think up until that point, that was probably the best back and forth until we got to later on in the night. But
right now, I might be jumping around, so I'm not quite sure if I missed anything.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Make sure I didn't miss nothing. You got the card with you?
It might be Rex and Easy. I don't have it with me, but either way we'll hit every base.
We can talk about that battle until we figure it out.
Yeah, I think it is Rex and Easy.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, man.
Lead it up.
It's a lot of Rexomaniacs out there.
Battle Truth being one of them.
Calm down. Calm down. I think, and this happens a lot in battle rap, where someone over exceeds expectations and they give them rounds.
Yeah.
It happens so much in battle rap. It's like, you know, you giving somebody a round because they did better than what you thought they'd do.
Right.
I thought Easy won every round. Clear. He was talking like Easy, the block captain, has kind of like, I'm not comparing the two by no means. I'm just saying, giving an example. K-Shine has found a lane and thrived in it.
Right.
So has he's found a lane. He does what he does. And I say that because you got certain rappers that try to be different and try to do different things. And sometimes they fall flat. Sometimes it doesn't work. But you got somebody like Easy the Block Captain who talks that street shit, that hustling shit. He doesn't go away from it. He just digs deeper and deeper. And that shit be dope as hell. Literally.
Right. Yes, literal dope. He said, what did he say? Someone's drywall is holes in my wall or some shit.
Yeah. Oh man, I had so much. What does he call it?
Yeah, he didn't use drywall twice, but
he said sheetrock.
That's what it was.
He said, yeah. Man, that shit was crazy.
That made me punch my wall.
Man, I threw the phone across the room.
Yeah, Rex did good. And he gave you glimpses of that old Rex.
Now it started to get spooky because Rex third round started off, and I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But he jumped off of it.
Yeah.
And was dry, tried to jump back in that bag. If he'd have had a whole round where he said, ask Beasley every few punches.
Am I lying, Beasley?
If he'd have went that route, the whole round, and just had different shit that he was talking about, then he might have got that round.
Might have got that one.
Yeah. But
because it just would have nullified it. Not that the material was just so potent and great.
It was the entertainment value of it.
Yeah, it was like, ooh, because it just left you like, whoa, like.
Hey, man, I'm sitting here watching the face off, right?
Right.
And I'm like, Rex is just, he sells the fight. And I'm thinking every time he gonna do good. You know what I'm saying? Now there's been so many face-offs where he wasn't good. When in the battle he wasn't good. I seen it was like, damn, man. I'm watching, I'm like, he gonna fall flat tomorrow. But he didn't.
He didn't really fall flat. No.
He didn't fall flat. He did very good. I had Easy to Block Captain winning though. I want to see more Easy to Block Captain.
Yeah, there was a couple lines where he did the slam hat, and they started reacting because they knew the hat was about to get slammed.
Yeah.
And Mook was trying to push him over with some extra reaction.
Mook was putting a little extra English on every bar he had. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, this is good. Oh, you hear that? Come on, Mook. It wasn't that.
It probably wasn't the best Easy. Like, I feel like there was points where I was like, he definitely has some dry spots sometimes. But if you really sitting there weighing the rounds out, Rex he still didn't have enough.
If you listen to like the last half of that first round and that second round, Easy was going.
Yeah, he got in that pocket. It took him a minute, but once he got in that
pocket, you inbox that and say he in his pocket now.
Yeah, because you sense when he was getting there.
He was talking this shit.
They were healthy rounds. They was 4 or 5 minute rounds. They was,
Yeah, he was talking that shit.
Rex was breathing through. You could hear him on the mic breathing through, and it was just like, damn, this is
sound like a dog with a Darth Vader hat on.
Man.
That nigga was out of breath. He was tired. Oh man, I know he was happy as hell when that battle was over.
Yeah, he was, man, fanning him.
But it's like, I don't know, man. I want to see Rex. If he's gonna do that, he could. I want to see more Rex.
That's worth seeing again.
Yeah,
and he's still getting back in the groove too. And of course, you got to get that win. You got to get that win back. So,
man, he said in the face-off, he was like, why this Rex? Why do we think? Why do we know you're gonna come in and do something? He was like, shit, I ain't trying to sell you no car. You don't buy the motherfucker.
Right. The average nigga would have really sat down and tried to explain it to you.
I ain't trying to change your mind. I ain't trying to sell you no car. Don't buy this motherfucker.
Right.
That shit was funny as hell.
He said, respect you, or I'm gonna make you respect me, or some shit like that. You hear the crowd.
Man. He was talking shit. He's talking, but that's what battle rap is. It's a lot of shit talking mixed with some, it's a lot of bars mixed with some shit talking. You gonna talk your shit. So he sold the fight, and he got people convinced. I think he set it up for the next time because if he gets booked again, when he gets booked again,
it's a win.
He's gonna have a face off, and he's gonna say that was nothing. I'm in my bag now, and people are gonna be like, "Ooh, Rex."
Even if he shits the bed that time, he's got it set up for you to believe. Believe?
Yeah, he got the bag set up for him.
Yeah,
he got the bag. And I don't care what he don't care about his performance or what you think about his performance. He's setting that bag up to where it's gonna be like, okay, the money's gonna be there. For all it's gonna take for one person. Of some kind of incline or prestige to call him out, and they're gonna book it.
Yeah,
they're gonna book it. It probably won't be nothing like a style clash or nothing. Like you won't see him battling a real sick, or you won't see him battling.
That would be crazy though.
That would be suicide.
But oh man,
that would be suicide.
Because he might try to emulate that fast-paced dot flow. Then that nigga might go Super Saiyan.
No.
Yeah, that would be nasty. That's not safe. Some shit's not safe.
Who we got next? Was it the $100,000 bag after that?
Yeah, we can get into that.
And make that $150,000 bag.
Yeah, drop that extra 50. And as soon as I saw them dap each other up when the 50 dropped, I'm like, they splitting it. Didn't I say that?
You said that in the chat. We both said it.
Yeah.
You said oh, they splitting it, and right after that, I hit enter, and it said, oh, they splitting it now.
Right. We both, yes.
So I was like, yeah, you saw that coming.
It was too at that point. It was too much money to. It was too much money to.
Yeah,
you know,
but
to lose, because you're now losing $50,000 more to not split it.
But they didn't go into the battle. When they're battling, you forgot.
Yeah,
that they could be splitting it. They was talking shit.
Right. Yeah, because at that point we didn't know. We knew at the end of the battle.
Yeah,
so.
Geechee was going at it. Nigga, we ain't splitting shit.
Yeah. He was literally saying that in the battle, and that's good. Geechee's good with that. He can sit up. He can be your best friend, but in that moment, you will believe that he don't fuck with you. He don't like you. He'll beat your ass right now. That's really the way it feels.
When he was done battling DNA like, damn, you mad? You ain't gonna shake
hands?
hands?
Did we shake hands? Like, you really know that shit. That nigga could be a brilliant actor, honestly, because he really knows how to sell. He knows how to sell that character that you have to put on.
Well, you saw him in the Ruin Your Day Frack shit.
Oh yeah,
he acted very well. I was impressed.
That was impressive. He was the one that handed the book, right?
Yeah,
he put the book to his chest, like here.
He was like, yeah, you the Crip on Crip Street with the big heat. When you got time to read, he said, when I'm not on Crip Street with the big heat. You know what I'm saying?
He said red.
I read a lot of books. There's a lot of books I've read. I thought you was a big Crippin' dog.
That was fun.
That was funny, man.
Those are all thoughts that white people have when they meet things like that too.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, we got way off.
It was a very, very debatable battle. I had Rum edging the first and edging the second.
Because he definitely lost the third.
He lost the third, but that second could. I actually thought the first round was a lot closer.
Really? I feel like Nitty clearly won that round.
I loved Geechee's first, though. I loved it.
Did he talk about Walmart in that one? No, that was the second one.
That was the second one. No, the second one when he said, I done stood over niggas while you was in the Walmart something, I done stood over niggas watching their eyes roll back.
Roll back. Woo! Because they don't even say roll back no more, right? That's old Walmart, right?
Man, that was
That's the old price. Yeah, the price.
The price rollback shit. That was a very. I think that's a battle of the year candidate.
It was, and it's not. And
even with his third shortened.
Yeah, because it wasn't a bad round, but it left you like. Because I feel like those rounds weren't timed 2 minutes. I feel like that was right. That was just a. I don't know. It felt like it was longer than 2 minute rounds.
Yeah, it's crazy that. I mean, they cut the clocks off of that.
Yeah. They let them rock.
They let them rock, and I think if you paid attention, all the signs pointed to where they were splitting it. You seen Freeway, who was a judge, walking in with the battlers, watching it right then and there, right? If that didn't give it away, because he's supposed to be one of the judges somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you had
visible judge. Everybody else was kicked back somewhere watching the battle comfortably.
Right. And then you had like the dap when Drake reached in his pockets and put out some more money. You seen them dap each other and getting hype. You already knew, right?
It seemed like you knew. Yeah, it seemed like.
And then there was something else that made me believe that it was like that. There was something else that happened. I was like, yeah. Besides what they said, it was just like, this is all. This is all they're going to battle. When he cut the third off, you don't cut your third off if you're trying to win $100,000.
Yeah,
he cut that third short.
And he cut it off and felt comfortable and looked comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Like if I cut my third off, knowing I had 150 on the line, I would have been sick.
Yeah,
they probably wrote them rounds. Nah, they probably didn't write them together,
But the nigga said, I think at the end they said, well, no need for judges. You know what I'm saying? We don't even judges. You got an easy job. You ain't got to do nothing. They splitting the money, this, that, another. I like the way they did it though. They was like, real talk. We splitting that shit anyway, man.
They should have let them judge it and then send it though.
Yeah.
Because it's weird. This is a tournament that was supposed to be for $100,000, and you'll never know who won it. It'll always be a forfeited tie.
Well, if you really need to know, you can watch the fan vote and see there was a 1 point difference and hit it towards Nitty.
But that's not the official. That's the least. Well, I don't know if it's the least important, but
it is. It's the
one of the
popularity vote, which doesn't mean much of nothing. The fans are going to vote for whoever they're in favor of. So I get that.
By one, that shit crazy. I almost feel like the computers did that on purpose too.
That shit was rigged, man.
Dog, one vote. That's very theatric. And
if it had been 50, it'd have been
down to a split decision on the judges and that fan vote. It really could have. I think that's what they were trying to create.
Yeah.
But at any rate, they both deserve it. I'm glad because that would have been tough for anybody to have lost though.
Sure. I mean, if you look at it, you could say they splitting $100,000, but they wound up splitting $150, which made them closer to taking $100,000 apiece. They both get $75,000.
They almost still kind of got what they were going into.
That's still a bag.
Yeah.
And
somebody did bring up the fact that 10K fan bracket, obviously that was a sham, because how do you choose that now?
Wow, I didn't even think about that, man.
I didn't think about it until somebody DME Detroit made a blog about it. But yeah.
That's crazy. They just cheated the fans like 10,000.
But they got that interaction in the views. Because how many people watch hoping that their bracket didn't get fucked up? That watch only for that reason.
That's fucked up.
They know how to rope some niggas in, man.
I think
it's the same way they got all the bloggers to post about it, and then none of the bloggers got paid for their work.
I didn't even think about that. Thanks for putting that up there, Clever. I didn't even think about that. That's wild, man. That's why I would be pissed off if I filled out no, I wouldn't. What? Nobody put any money in it towards it, right? They just filled out a bracket, right?
I mean, you never know who was placing bets off to the side, Even if me and you had bets on battles, you know what I mean?
One.
Yeah.
Like me and you bet. I bet you Nitty wins, and we'll never know.
Right.
We'll never know.
They should at least.
And I don't give a damn if I bet on Nitty, and you bet on Geechee, and I had 7,420. And you had 7,419, I would think, no, that shit ain't right.
It's not cool.
Even though it's in my favor, I'd be like, no, hell no, there's no way.
That's crazy, yeah. But great battle though. And when you think about the other finalist battles, like the Fonz and Jada Nightwing, the Bill Collector and Holmesy, those were very lackadaisical endings. Geechee and Rum, that just shows you what level they really are. Because they had to turn around and do that in 2 weeks, like everybody else.
They said they didn't want to cheat the fans, so they wanted to get the fans. They want to cheat the culture, so they wanted to get the fans a good battle,
which they rarely do anyway.
Right?
They always doing that thing.
So, but I think the next battle, I didn't even know this battle was happening. I actually stopped and started doing some other stuff, and then I heard my phone playing it. And it was Chilla versus Tay-Rock. And I'm sorely disappointed in Chilla.
What, the way he was dressed?
Well, I'm not going to talk about it. I don't know his situation. I mean, he might have.
That's champion of the year. That nigga he's coming off a big bag.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Let's talk about the battle, right?
Right.
I kind of figured something was wrong because he didn't have no hat on. When Chilla usually have a hat on, man. He used to have a baseball cap. I ain't never seen him just bald head and glasses. That shit look wild, man.
His first round was crazy to me.
His first round was good. It just went after that. It just went down.
And his third was disgusting.
His third was just terrible. While Rock's third was crazy.
Yeah, Rock's third was good, right?
Yeah.
It came down to the second for me. Rock's second was crazy too.
Rock's second was crazy.
Which it was that vintage, that patented Rock second.
Chilla's second was okay.
Yeah.
I had Rock winning 2-1, and I gave Rock the second and third.
Yeah.
But I was sorely disappointed because, you know, when you have a lyricist like Chilla, a pen like Chilla, I'm thinking, destroy this man. Destroy this man. If you tell me before this battle happens that you're going to bet me and take Tay-Rock, I take that bet. You know what I'm saying? But Rock did what he had to do. Rock said he wanted to win this battle. He really wanted to win this battle. So he said this was a battle that he wanted to win. He was going to win, and he did his thing, man. Did his thing.
Yeah, it's hard to kill Rock. Because he's gonna do enough to be competitive. Like, it's gonna take a lot to really kill him.
Not kill him, but if you look at his last battles, right? Daylight, Mook, Official. Those are 3 L's.
Daylight, he did really good against Daylight.
I mean, that's not really an L as well as he did.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a classic, it's not an L per se.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The Rock, he beat Bird though. They both lost that battle.
They both. It's probably the worst battle I've ever seen out of both of them.
Damn, yeah. As far as between the both of them, yeah.
But the Official battle, I was disappointed in him in that one. I was disappointed in him in the Verb battle. I was disappointed in him versus Mook.
He was all right versus Mook though, right?
I thought he could have been better.
Yeah. But
Mook was vintage Mook though.
I feel like Rock is to the point where he's not going to get any better. You know how, I feel like Danny Myers is damn near still elevating after all this time. Rock has pretty much been the same for years.
Right.
Yeah. And then I guess a lot of his chill flips are kind of recycling.
Recycling?
That's what that somebody said that there was some video, some footage out where they kind of broke down some of the, because you got to think the creativity of Rock trying to do chill flips. You're not about to say no shit that nobody's ever said before in all these time.
Right.
So some of them did sound kind of familiar, but with the Rock spice on it, when you put the Rock spice on it, it's gonna sound a little crazier, probably even than the nigga that said it first. But I don't know. That's another battle that I'll watch back one time and not keep it pushing. I'll probably never watch it again. But yeah, it didn't really live up to the main event hype.
No, it didn't. It did not. I'm not the type of person that wants to see anybody just lose. Right. So I'm not saying that I'm disappointed because Rock lost. I'm just disappointed because Chilla was not good. And Chilla was talking some shit during that face-off. Like, he even called out Surfer like, shit, anybody. I'm fucked up all your whole class.
He did say in the first round about writing for both of them, right?
Yeah, he did.
I thought he was talking about he had rounds prepared, or he was. It didn't fully register to me that he meant ghostwriting. I thought he meant that he had rounds prepared.
That's what he meant in the face-off. He said, you want to go right now? You want a clip?
Right.
I got 3 minutes for you right now. And dude was like, I'm not a battler, I'm an analyst. He said, no, you said you was a battler. You sat in that chair.
You sat in the chair for Rock as the battler, yeah.
So I think that battle is probably a dub. Because I do want to see Surf and Chilla. But I want
that have to be down the line because you definitely John is definitely next. But
so let me ask you this though, switching gears to that. What you think about that battle?
I mean, we all knew that battle was going to happen eventually.
Is it? Let me rephrase that. Is it past due?
I think people were ready to see it around this time last summer, maybe, because remember 9/19, remember?
Right.
But obviously Surf took all that time out, which he had to after that 40L. You know, he really had to sit down and really reevaluate shit.
Mm-hmm.
But the Summer Madness event is looking to be pretty big. So I do think that the marketing and build up behind it is gonna make the battle worth the wait, because you're gonna have K Shine and Daylight, you're gonna have Reed and Move, which is I'm not terribly excited for, but at the same time, it is those are two very big names with history behind them.
Right.
So yeah, I think that because the card is going to be so big, it's going to come at the right time. Surf did need to sit out, and they can build up the excitement one more time to see if Surf going to let everybody down.
Who wins that battle?
I definitely got John, but I can't put any guarantees down because I expected him to kill Ace Amin, and that battle ended up being pretty close. And Ace is allegedly supposed to be not as good as Surf, so I can't completely count Surf out, but John's just too strategic. He's too. I don't think he's ever wanted a battle this bad since Hollow.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Moving forward, we have the Reloaded. I hope we didn't miss a battle, but the Reloaded. Now, these battles did take place the same night. They just didn't air them until the next day.
Right. That was the same.
So you got the Loso versus Jerry West. No disrespect intended. Jerry West.
What do you mean no disrespect?
Because I kind of stumbled on his name. I just forgot.
Oh yeah, that one. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I think that the run they intentionally started the stream early because it was supposed to be at 6. They started it early to cross paths with the King of the Dot joint. So I was kind of half because the Gun and Vicious battle was it was laggy to start. Mm-hmm. So they replayed it back. So it was clean the second time around. So I'm watching it, and so I was watching both of them at the same time. So I didn't get a chance to fully watch that battle. I feel like it felt close to me. I don't feel like
I didn't get a chance to watch the Twitch battle because I was watching.
Because you watched it.
Yeah.
All right. So you tell me what you got, because they both seemed typical them. They were solid. Nothing that people lost their mind about. But yeah.
I think I edged Jerry West to win the battle.
Okay. I've definitely seen that.
I think I had Jerry winning the third clear, Loso winning the first clear, and the second was a toss-up, but I gave it to Jerry. So a lot of people, if you
I did see the end with the dog. That's the fuck is wrong with him, dog? That shit was funny as hell.
That's actually correct.
And John participated. Like, wow. Like, dog.
So I think if you listen to people, and if you hear from someone else that it comes down to the second, it comes down to the second.
Okay.
So I think Loso was that much better than him in the first. I thought Jerry West won the third, and that second is a close battle. It's a close round. I gave it to Jerry, but if somebody said Loso 1-2-1, I wouldn't be mad. was a good battle, though. It was a good battle.
I'm gonna definitely watch that one back because I most definitely missed things in that battle. Trying to split between the two. But I did watch the Fonz and JC in its entirety. Damn. I don't know.
He can't win them all, JC.
I left the battle feeling like he lost, but a lot of people gave him that battle still.
You can't win them all, JC.
You felt like it was a clear Fonz victory?
I think okay. You have two different kind of pins, right? You have JC, who's exceptional at the setups and the punch, right?
Right.
And a lot of times the punch doesn't hit hard. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to JC, he'll set something up crazy and it's like, okay, that was, or it might be overhead, right?
Right.
Whereas Baby Av is gonna punch you.
Baby Av.
I'm sorry. I can't throw that out. JC got me thinking that. But damn, I forgot to make a name now. Shit.
Fonz, man.
Fonz. Sorry, Fonz.
Iron Sheik.
Fonz was, you know how you punch a nigga, you really connect. Then the kind of punches that were landing. Now, if I broke the battle down, I would say JC won the first.
Definitely won the first.
He definitely won the first. Fonz won the second, and he won the third.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like crazy.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he ran a lap around JC or nothing. They were both. It was just different. It was just different. It just felt different. It felt like Fonz is punching the shit out this nigga. Where you're waiting for JC to say, "Okay, JC, come on now, hit him with something."
Yeah, and it never got.
It just never felt like that. But
and Fonz was kind of pointing out little shit that he might have.
The recycle shit. I mean, the third went out the window because he kept saying, "You said that before. You said this."
And Fonz really sat down and watched them battles to make. Like, I don't think Fonz was just saying, because it even sounded recycled to me.
Yeah. And then when he said it, he was like, "Well, it sounds better against you."
You're right. Yeah. He admitted it. He admitted it pretty much. And it almost kind of worked though, because niggas was kind of like laughing, like, well. But yeah, Fonz. I feel like you saw a different Fonz there. I feel like he was very angles. Didn't really work angles.
The whole first round was about him being a crack at it.
Right, which I didn't like that one. That one wasn't. I didn't like that, but I did like when he said that you danced for the pedophile and you were stoked about it.
You stoked about it. Golly, that was crazy. Now, a lot of people bring up that dancing shit, but when nobody has said that.
In all the battles I didn't see, no one has ever said
Nobody has said it. And
stoked is a white boy term too.
Yeah.
That's like their skater.
But you can use the same angle if you're creative with it.
Yeah.
And that hit.
Fonz said he want Nitty next, man. I think he needs to. Everybody was kind of telling him
calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down. Because Nitty ain't gonna play with you.
Yeah.
He's straight to the punches with you. So if you gonna punch, he wins a punch for punch battle. You got to do something different against Nitty. You got to scheme. You got to like for instance, Holmesy, right? He's not your traditional puncher. He can punch, but he does a lot of different things.
Right.
It takes that to beat it. You can't go in there and say, okay, you can't be a puncher and be like, I'm just going to out punch you. No. He floated through that tournament.
Oh yeah, he did.
And if you want to keep it a buck, I edged Geechee in that battle. I mean, Nitty in the, watching it, I edged Nitty.
Fonz won a tournament too.
Yeah, but he ain't faced nobody like Nitty.
Nah, hell no.
Now, and I admit, now, Nitty's not. He has kinks in his armor. He's lost some battles.
Yeah,
but it's different. It's different being a puncher and standing in front of that. Like when he battled Av, I'm thinking he's going to die. Av first round versus Nitty was phenomenal, right? And Nitty came back with a crazy first round. And it was like it shook everybody. Like, we got a battle,
right?
Because right prior to that, Av had beat Chess pretty handily.
Oh, that was right before?
That was like the big battle before that. Okay. And it's like, okay, people was actually scared of Av. And then they put him up against Nitty. Av's first round versus Nitty was crazy. And Nitty got up there and did his thing. I had Nitty winning that battle too. And ever since then, Nitty been on, Nitty been on some shit, but he lost to K-Shine. K-Shine does different stuff than just punch.
You feel like he lost to K-Shine?
He choked.
Oh yeah, he had the bad choke
He had the bad choke. But that was like the best choke ever. Like, he was trying to get it back, and it was like that battle was crazy.
Yeah, that wasn't crazy.
That nigga said skin shine like Keisha off belly.
And he's done so many crazy lines like that since. It's not even, it doesn't even, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But at the time, he was like, what the fuck?
It's like this. He's going to say something in that battle to make you be like, God damn. Win or lose, he's going to have bar the battle. He's going to have punch of the battle. Him versus Twerk. That was the best Twerk I had ever witnessed. Twerk was on one.
Yeah.
But Nitty had some shit. Twerk was he was fucking amazing in that battle. I know you don't want to talk about Twerk, but.
Dog. No, that was actually, I actually took, the last time I watched that battle, I actually gave Twerk the dub. And a lot of people look at me crazy.
No. Twerk won that battle.
But okay. All right. I'm like,
no, Twerk won that battle. I don't want to give Twerk anything. Yeah. He has to earn it with me, and he won that battle. I'm not saying I don't want to. If the man wins a battle, I'm gonna say it in my opinion. But I'm not a one of these people that's that's such a Twerk fan or such a fan that's if somebody loses a battle, I'm still you lose a battle, you lose a battle.
Right.
I'm one of the biggest JC fans. I thought he lost versus Fonz. I'm one of the biggest Chilla Jones fans. I thought he lost versus Tay-Rock. Right. If I feel like you lost, I feel like you lost.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The only person that everybody lose battles except Bro Red.
I was gonna say, I don't know if we can make that same comparison with Bro Red, but that nigga was
oh man, I don't even want to talk about Bro Red, man.
He ain't on Max Out too.
Hey man, he's one of my favorites, but he's been very disappointing late. Now the last battle I was disappointed in. I'm a big old Red fan.
I mean, that's his first fumble on RBE. I'll say that.
His first fumble on RBE.
Because he was good versus Trez and A-Ward, I think.
He went crazy on Trez.
But yeah, he was fucking up against Danger.
He went crazy on Trez though.
Yeah.
He got crazy with A-Ward. Yeah. Got crazy with A-Ward.
That boy A-Ward is woo.
He's a machine, ain't he?
That boy A-Ward, he got Shug in 2 weeks, 3 rounds. He just battled on Queen of the Ring this past weekend. Eventually we're gonna talk about that Cleveland card.
You know what? We're gonna talk about the Cleveland card and the run to fade. You want to talk about the run to fade then? Let's get that.
We can get.
So you're gonna have to tell me about it. I'm gonna have to ask you questions. Like I said, I missed a lot of the run the fade stuff.
Okay, yeah, I can patch up whatever you missed, because I think I pretty much saw it in its entirety.
Okay, now I want to talk about the Michigan versus Vicious. Okay, now Gunn was talking crazy. Gunn told me personally he kicked Vicious' ass, and I was like, that just don't happen.
It didn't sound right.
It didn't sound right. It didn't sound right. I've seen where Vicious has posted, like, you know, I think I got that 2-1. So what did you see out there about him?
Okay, so now that's the one. Like I said, first of all, I didn't get on right when the stream started, because they started at 3:00. I'm like, damn, no intro, no BS in the beginning.
Went right to it.
Right, and then that, like I said, it was a little shaky. They were still figuring out the stream. Mm-hmm. So from what I can see, Gunn was definitely wilding. And I just fuck with his that rapid fire flow that he comes out with. I fuck with it a lot. So I definitely feel like he probably won the battle, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like I saw all that battle either.
Okay, well, we ain't got to talk about that one then. I'll wait for it to drop.
Yeah,
I'll make my own assessment on it. We'll talk about it later. Who was the next battle? Was it Snake Eye? No, it was Dallas Cash versus Impose.
Yeah.
How you call that battle?
That one is crazy, because I feel like the consensus was that Impose cleaned them up, but that battle seemed pretty close to me.
After the battle, when it actually happened, I heard a lot of Dallas Cash.
Yeah, Lush was ranting and raving about Impose. I mean, about Dallas Cash after that.
But I did see around the third round from
the third round. Impose was fucking hilarious.
I saw that round. Impose was fucking wild.
Yeah, he
was wilding. But I didn't see any other parts of the battle. So
yeah, I feel like I wasn't all the way dialed in on that one either. But
we'll go over it after they drop.
Cash was wilding to me. I don't know. It's hard to say because I can't really remember how much of the battle I saw. But that's the thing about those live battles. You can't. Once it happens, it happens. You gotta wait for that footage to drop to really fully break it down. But I know Lush was going crazy for Dallas though.
Yeah. Stack Almighty versus Cash.
I had Stack 3-0.
I
thought the writing levels.
There was a different. I saw the first round.
Okay, what you got at the first?
It was very clear that Stack was a better MC.
Yeah,
like it wasn't like I wasn't moved by anything that Cash said, but Stack was.
Yeah. Yeah. Stack can write his ass off.
Stack was that first round was crazy.
And that's why sometimes I hate that I hear people's little recaps beforehand, because I'd be so confused. Like, did that person get around? Like y'all said? Sometimes it might be just because they're trying to be nice, but I don't know, man. Stack just seemed a tier above what dude was on.
He was definitely from what I saw that first round. Like I said, Cash went first, and I'm sitting here like, okay, but then you can just tell the lyrics, the bars was just different with Stack.
Yeah,
and I thought I saw a better Cash before too. When I'm listening, I'm like, he wasn't as good as he was versus Polo Row.
I would say he was good versus Polo.
He was crazy versus Polo Row.
Yeah.
It's crazy versus Polo Row. And I'm thinking, nah, this ain't it. Maybe he's saving it. And then something happened at my house where I had to stopped what I was doing.
Yeah.
And by the time I came back, Times and I forgot his name. Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
Another ASG transition.
Now this one I saw in its entirety.
Okay, let me say this though.
Go ahead.
I missed the first.
Okay.
I came in, I think, caught half of the second round.
Yeah.
And Snake was wilding in the second. Am I correct?
You did good. You did very good.
I know that the second half, I caught like half of the round, probably half of the round, but he was fucking wilding. And then right before, I think I was a bar in the Times, and the wife needed something, so I missed all the Times rounds.
Oh, you did everything?
I saw the second part, and I remember it being how I knew it was the second round because somebody in the chat wrote Times 1-0.
Yeah, it was definitely Times.
And somebody wrote Times 1-0, but Snake is wilding in this round. So, and he was talking that shit, and he had some bars too. He was talking that shit, and then, like I said, when it was time for Times to go, I had to leave. So, what did you see?
Okay, so the first round, Snake Eyes does a rendition to B Rabbit's Papa Doc run. Like, he does a rendition of it where he adds in, like, he'll add he put a Snake reference in there. Like, I do live in Long Island with my pops. Like he was it was a B Rabbit versus Papa Doc parody, but in Snake form.
Snake didn't have a first round.
That's what it feels like. Because it was just little tiny shit that made it reference to Snake, but most of it was B-Rabbit, and niggas was just sitting there like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna tell you this: when they do shit like that, that's
he put it in his first though. Normally they close like that, which was probably smart for him to end stronger than he starts, because you can maybe steal the last 2 rounds as a lasting impression, but he really handicapped himself because Times was fucking black all 3 rounds. Yeah, it's in Snake. I think he had bad news like the week before.
Yeah.
So it was.
He only had a round for him.
Yeah. Well, he had 2 good ones.
Yeah.
But he came out the gate with the 8-mile shit, and it just didn't land at all. And Times was wild in the hole. I loved the eye comparisons back and forth because they both, made fun of their own eyes as well as, dogging each other's one. But that was kind of a cool, because really this Times get to kind of, throw it back at, throw the shade, for lack of a better word, back at, the opponent about their eye.
Right.
But the last 2 rounds was cool. Times definitely had way too much for Snake. But it was just too much. Because Snake, he had a very good second round, and I thought, okay, he might be able to get this second round, but it just...
That second round from Snake was crazy. Like, I heard, a lot of it. I'm like, God damn, he rapping. He talking that shit.
Snake is an underrated rapper.
So for Times to beat that round, Times had to be going crazy.
And it was clear though. There was no question in my mind to where I was like, maybe I can.
Man, shout out to Times, man.
And mind you, Snake had just smoked somebody on King of the Dot right before that too, and had the most lopsided vote in King of the Dot history, 97-3 or something.
And it wasn't Dot Everything or Not Everything. Yeah.
No,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
So
was that the only few battles that was on Run the Fade? I feel like it's one more.
Yeah, me too. Oh, Piranha and Bankhead.
Due to technical difficulties, we will not talk about that battle.
Is that how we rock it?
Fuck it, man.
No, I mean,
I'm just let you talk about it. I'm just talking.
To be honest, like if you go on, like Piranha definitely his first round he damn near got through most of it, and cut it, and then he definitely had short second and third rounds, but material wise, it was there. He just didn't get through his material, which is very uncharacteristic of Piranha. You'll probably never see it again, to be real.
Piranha is cerebral. He doesn't. That doesn't happen.
Right.
And you know that happens to everybody once. I guarantee it doesn't happen for a long time with him.
Like a Danny, you say Danny, that never happens to Danny, but we're all human, and but Bankhead has some decent material, but
according to Bankhead, it was dope.
He was
Bankhead was going crazy off his own bars. I ain't seen it, but I guarantee he was.
And you like you predicted, he's gonna like you said. He said he gonna like his material.
He gonna like his material.
But
he sell them shits, man.
Yeah, but you gotta give it up to him for going, coming from out of town and doing his thing and getting through his material.
And that's a win for him, and that's good on his resume that he actually,
Yeah, it definitely means something. You can't act like it didn't, like the battle was, non-existent because of it. But yeah, I think it had some solid material, but it wasn't amazing material.
Okay.
So we'll see who ends up in that North Division of the season 1 tournament. I know a few names.
Look, let's do this, right?
What's up?
One day this week, I want to talk about the Cassidy League.
Okay.
So one of these days this week, we're gonna break that down, even if it's a short show or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about it. I'll probably get a couple more people in here to talk about it as well, and see and just chop it up about that, how we feel about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually watch some of because I've been kind of half-assed. They posted like 100 videos from Cassidy's mansion with all the, so I kind of got tired of tuning into that, but I'm gonna sit down and see if I can watch one of them and get some type of understanding for what it's about, and then so I'll be able to, maybe
All right, we'll do that. Do that. So we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. We're a little bit over an hour. There's a lot of material we talked about. I want to thank everybody out there that paid attention to it, that jumped on there. Subscribe to ASG Radio. Subscribe to Hank Nation. Shout out to Dope Ideas Media. Go to B Foster's YouTube. Go check out In My Ways. Share it. Like it. Subscribe to the channel. It's a dope song. It's a dope video. Scene clean. Be the shooter. Doing his thing. You can ride to that song, you can dance to it, you can play cards to it, man. Family barbecues, dice games, you can rob a nigga with it on.
Games. Definitely dice game.
You can rob a nigga with that shit on. Bump that shit, man. That shit is dope as hell.
Hell yeah, man. On all streaming platforms, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, etc., etc. Click
and
that.
Don't get it twisted. This is Foster's first single. It's not Casey James' song featuring B Foster. This is B Foster's first single. We gotta support this brother. Streaming it is good, but you can go to iTunes and purchase it. Absolutely. That's what I want y'all to do for all our artists out here. We can stream it all day. Let's buy some of this music and put some money in these people's pockets. They're going all out their way. I'm gonna go on there. I'm gonna go on. I think I can buy it on. I don't have iTunes.
Okay.
but I think I can buy it on Google Play.
Google, okay, yeah.
Or something. So I'm definitely gonna purchase and support. It's dope. So I'm gonna support it. I'm gonna share it, which I already shared. It's on Facebook. If you go to my page, it's on my timeline. Check it out, man. It's a dope song.
Oh yeah.
What you got, Foster?
Yeah, man. Subscribe to Be Foster Child on YouTube. That's where the video is at. And you know, shout out to Beat the Shooter, shout out to Casey James. Go watch that Grammy tape is already out on iTunes and everywhere else. So check that. But yeah, man, we'll be back probably later on this week. Yeah, subscribe to ASG Radio as well, man. We bringing it every week, every Monday. If not, you know, if something going on Monday, we might get back to you on a Tuesday. Yeah, we here.
I think we're gonna talk about some more shit too, man. We can talk about these playoffs too once it's getting crunch time.
Yeah.
We can talk about some of these playoffs too, man. Kyrie hurt. He out for game 5.
I think Harden hurt too, ain't he?
Harden been hurt.
He been hurt.
I think Milwaukee wins this series now. It's 2-2. Kyrie sitting out game 5.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
But it started 2-0 though, right?
Started 2-0. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
All right,
bro. We're gonna sign out of here. Thank y'all for checking us out, man. God bless y'all, man.